from her, and it was very interesting. And no,
Salim sir,
again, yes,
Salim
yes,
sir,
yes, ma'am.
no
Yes, ma'am.
introduction required. I'm a teacher first.
Okay, let it be. Ocean is ABM school. Hyderabad itself is a very important school in Hyderabad. So, no, let us listen on the topic learning outcomes and pedagogy from
Yes.
Sir
Yeah.
Indira Srinivas. Yes,
Uh, am I audible to all? Am I audible to all?
yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And all praise is go to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the cherisher and sustainer of all the worlds, who's upon all of us. And very good morning, my dear friends. And I heartily welcome you to the knowledge givers world. How many of you accept this? I want a chat answer. It's a knowledge world of welcoming knowledge givers. Do you all accept?
yes,
Yes,
yes, ma'am.
true. Yes, thank you so much. And
Participants are requested to interact because ma'am want interactive sessions so that
yes,
it very interesting also and useful also. Yes,
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 true, true. Because as we are all teachers, mentors, facilitators, so on, so I expect you all, whatever, whether it is a right answer or a wrong answer, we have to come out to interact. Would like to ask you only one thing before I start my. I mean, it's not a
Reported.
listenable session
Reported.
or it's a learnable session. My first question to all the teachers here who are all teaching since years or a day also, how many of you have taught a lesson perfectly? How many of you have taught a lesson perfectly? Please answer. Anyone? How many of you taught a lesson perfectly?
mostly we think that still we are not up to the mark.
Salim ji,
Yes,
sorry to say, I want answers from all the teachers.
all the teachers. Rabia Miss is there. Many are there. Many principals are also here.
Oh, very
Yes,
good.
participants, please come out. I am encouraging them.
Yes.
Ma'am, perfection has been a challenge, ma'am. Always it has been a challenge.
Uh, oh, true, ma'am. True, true. Would like to say once again, Vijayalakshmi ma'am of Safa School. The connection here, why did I ask this question? As being teachers, have you ever thought after going home, have I finished my lesson or I have made my students learn? How many of you all accept this? Have you ever thought of it after going home? Please, once again, I want to listen and answer.
Yes, ma'am. There are days when I have thought that my teaching has reached the audience, or there have been days when I had a feeling that it is just I have finished my lessons. It has been a half of 50%, 50% days.
Yes, I think it is relatable to all of us. And because
Yes,
as we started our journey as teachers, might be we are on different shades of ACs, in charges, or on principals, but the teacher is to be always respected. The story begins here. Once a teacher said very proudly, I have completed my syllabus and I have completed my lessons. I have uttered one word here. She said it very proudly. But later, after some time, students have come to her and asked, Ma'am, is this lesson come in the examination? What would be the answer of a teacher? Think. Because already she has completed the lesson. but the child has come and was asking for, did it come in the exam? So the teacher has taken a pause. She answered, yes, it does come in the exam. Whereas the child is in a confusion state. What did he learn there? So I would like to connect to my topic today. Learning outcomes and pedagogy it is not a very big task. It is a very simple tool which each and every teacher should be understanding, and they should apply it in their daily lives. What CBSE speaks is just not to teach. What to teach is a side, how to teach and make the student understand. How many of you accept for this? Please, again, the answer is required. The session is so cool. Even the weather is also so cool. Yes. So I would like to ask you, when we enter into the class, we go with some notes or a lesson plan. How many of us really implementing the same when you come out after 40 minutes of your session? We write so much, we listen to many, and as even now, the platform is very clear to each and every teachers and the schools. The teaching made very easy, I can say, but not the learning made very easy. When the teaching made very easy, the learning should be the easiest. But the traits of a teacher is vanishing day by day. I would like to connect this. The traits of a teacher is vanishing day by day from the schools because we do not ever look at the child. What CBSE speaks? CBSE mainly expects child centric education. We listen, we understand, we would like to follow, but finally, the teacher has been tied her hands a book called textbook or a worksheet or a workbook, whatsoever. And I'm sorry if any management people are here also to understand this, the management too. They tied the teacher's knowledge and the openness. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? People, I think you are not ready to
We
answer
have
them.
to interact,
Please.
unmute and then interact.
Ha,
Salma, you
please.
can interact.
Yes,
Only
yes.
messages not enough.
Message
They
even
are
I do
putting
not.
messages.
Uh, yes,
Lot of
yes.
messages are there.
No, I do not require messages because I do not want to go back to chat and check again because we are talking. We are not listening to anyone, and I'm not taking any class to you people because you are always on a chair of a respectable chair of a teacher. I love this. So I would like to connect back again. Learning outcome is a strategy where a teacher should apply along with her pedagogy. The pedagogy does mean nothing else. Pedagogy is again relevant to the connected lesson. If I have taken a chapter 5, a story, how do I teach? Whether it has reached to the student or not is a learning outcome. So when you are unable to identify the quality of the child here, if I complete my lesson plan or I complete my periodic plan and just go out of my class, that is not the responsibility. I did not utter a word here as a duty. See, most of us, we are doing our job or our chair as a duty. Do not do that as a duty. Please do it as a responsibility because you are the knowledge givers. You are going to create a world, and your word is going to make the world. How does it make? I take one example. We always says that in science I take a small a note of plants, a teacher is explaining it in the class. How do you just explain about plants and its uses for a child of grade 1 and 2? Can anyone say, please, about a plant lesson? Any teacher, please.
Rabia
Good
Miss.
morning.
Please unmute yourself and speak.
Actually, we have to bring the plant to the class and we have to show them and we have to tell the children to sow a seed and observe how the plant grows. But if we take this, it will take a long time. Taking the time consideration, we always finish it off the lesson by using the textbook. And most of the time, we will be in a hurry to finish this lesson and we have to go to the next lesson. So we will take this shortcut, we will finish it off using the textbook and we will go further.
Excellent, Rabia ma'am. Very right and genuine answer you had given, which I had expected. Yes, we all do this. But what is the final outcome is expected from the board or for our chair? I'm sorry to say here, you teach 10 lessons or you complete 10 lessons from the textbook. You is all of us, including me. We teach otherwise. And instead of getting a small plan to the class and explaining to the child, but we complete showing them into the textbook and rushing to the next lessons. And the lesson is not connected, might be or connected, but the child's perception on the plant never be relatable to the tree or to the plant or a
Yes,
sapling.
I truly accept this.
So child should understand sapling, plant as well tree, and what are all the differences. So you mean to say that are we not giving a proper judgment kind to the child, or we are just working for our child? We are working for our chair. Finally, I come and I would like to tell you, and that is for our penny we are working, but for our soul we work, and we believe that Allah is watching us. Then automatically we are not supposed to do this and try to make a voice of teachers. I request all of you this, make a voice of teachers. I am telling, not as principals or management or whomever so. What is important to a child? What is finally expected from a child? That is understanding, application, knowledge. When does the knowledge come? Until unless they apply in the daily life. We see, sorry, I always say this. We use many things and we speak nowadays about artificial intelligence, and every one of us use it. When we use it, every one of us, we are using it, but still, we do not know what it is 100%. But we use because the purpose should be served. I mean to say, a child who put on a switch at home for a sort of light, fan, or a mixie, or for any other thing, or for a geyser, you know how to use it, what it comes from, but he doesn't know what is the mechanism of the same. A child who knows what all the measurements, mama takes a glass of dal, a glass of rice, and a glass of water, a packet of milk, all, but he doesn't know how to measure this. What is so called measurement is. But the teacher has taught for grade 1 to grade 5 measurement scenario, scale 30 centimeters. He doesn't know what 1 centimeter is to relate to the real life of scenarios. So I feel that, am I sensing to the topic? Am I sensible? Are you all accepting? Are you all with me?
Yes, ma'am.
I would like to
Yes,
ask
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
It makes sense.
it makes sense. Yeah, please. And I would like to ask you one more thing. When a child goes home after a class or after a period of fractions, can he understands and explain to mama is called as learning outcome. And the pedagogy you use is, this is always any way you go, people say that you take one apple or you take orange, show it into pieces, and another way. But why can't we take the child to the classroom or out of the classroom to the ground along with the tape, measure it by themselves? Have you ever has done this? Have you ever has done this? No, because nowadays people feel that, as Ravya said very rightly, we are very busy in our schedule. We have a month plans. That month plan needs to be completed. Otherwise, my in charge or I'm responsible, my principal will be calling and she'll be shouting at me. Out of 30 students, 10 students listen to your lesson and they get back to you by understanding, madam, today I have supported my mama in cutting the vegetables. I have supported my mama cleaning my house. I have supported my papa watering the plants. Did any teacher try to ask this? I feel none. So, my request to all of you, we are making future citizens. I would like to connect this letter to letter, word to word, sentence to sentence. Our vision should be a proper citizen of India. Does mean you people only can make it. Teacher only can do everything. That is the reason nowadays the very big and the main and noble chair, since ages and even presently also given the best chair, because we are all making the students. The learning outcome and pedagogy relevance here in this way. What does a pre-primary child focus? Can anyone say what does he focus when he steps into the school? What does a pre-primary child focus would be? I would like to connect this. It's observation first. The pre-primary child first goes to the observation, then he express, then the basic skills of identifying shapes, colors, or other things, and starts reciting and speaking. So, a teacher once would like to take a class and she immediately goes into the class. She never ever observes the child what he is doing. He observes the teachers first. So, the teacher take a book or take a cane and bang on the table, keep quiet. First word the teacher uses is keep quiet. Or some teachers still use more than that. I do not want to say. I say I'm not blaming any teacher here. Please don't take that. It is not a negative comment on teachers. What generally we do, that I am telling. So the teacher says that banging on the table, keep quiet. Then the ideology of a child starts very clearly. So I'm not supposed to talk. Now, how we are all very quiet. A person, I'm a teacher, I'm asking you, you're not responding. Then how my class is a interactive session? So I want an answer. So the teacher does the same. 50% of the children start learning to keep quiet in the class. Instead, enter into the class. I do not say that go with some material, tool, or anything. We are doing it, all these things. The teacher should have a smile on her face, very proper modulation, and to attract the students. Yes, today my teacher has come to tell me a new thing or a known thing. Either it is an unknown or a known thing, they should able to listen to you. Once they start listening, then the inquiry based learning happens. How does it happen? They listen and they get back to you. Once they get back, your teaching should start. Not that the first instant you teach, open a book, complete your syllabus. Do not the trait of a teacher. Let the students come to you with interest to learn something. Obviously, you can get a learning outcome from them because their mindset is ready to listen and learn. Do you all accept with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Only is this
Many
Rabia?
of the time,
Hmm.
no, this is Ume Salma.
Selva, tell
Many
me.
of the time, the primary students always copies how the teacher does at home,
Yes, true.
how she enters the class, how she will take care of the kids. They will copy that one.
Yes. So how the teacher should be
Observation
now?
will be more. We should
Umm
be
Salma,
ideal
oh,
teacher.
hmm. I don't
As
even
you
say
said,
very big role model, ideal, this are all okay. No.
yes, yes.
What what
First, we
you
have
would
to
like to
satisfy our soul.
soul and
the
what
teaching
you
the
are
teaching job
expecting.
is yeah, sacred one. We have
Hmm.
to satisfy ourselves first, but due to these time limitations, we always will be behind the portions in completing, and whatever the plan we have planned, it should go according to that. Like that, we will be behind this. But
I
what
urge
you
all of
said,
you. Yes, I urge all
yeah,
of you. I request all of you. I bow down for your respectable chairs. And you see, because I'm sorry, I have to tell my experience. I started my career as a pre-KG teacher, and today I'm a principal. Since 20 years, I'm working as a principal, and I have 35 years of experience. Still, I love teaching. I love teachers. I just don't love my chair of principal or anything administrative works, but I love my job of teacher. Why I tell you?
yes,
Because the days we started with the infants or with, you can say, a primary or pre-primary students, now they have turned into engineers and they have turned as doctors, they have turned as NDA, and they have turned into many positions. Then the teacher role plays a very important thing. I really would like to connect here pedagogy. What does pedagogy does mean? It is just a small tool which I expect each and every teacher to understand what CBSE emphasizes: child centric learning, child centric pedagogy, activity based learning, experiential learning, and learning by doing. And these are all the traits should be to a teacher, not to a child. You focus, automatically they learn all these things. And I think you all have been known it, uh, foundational literacy and numeracy, which is being emphasized by CBSE now, Balavatika for classes of pre-KG like nursery, LKG and UKG. Within second grade, the expectation first we should understand what is our expectation as being a teacher from the students and what is the vision and mission of the management. Even the vision and mission of the management also to be aligned to the teacher, then only we can complete the lesson. I tell you always, I look at the social studies textbook and there are a number of chapters, and how many of the social teachers, even my methodology is social, and how did I learn social? Still it's a question for me today. And the way my teachers teaches the social studies is also a question always to me. How many of you accept this, who are all social teachers or at least whomever the students or the children, they have studied social here? I mean, your children. Do you ever feel that?
Many of
Yeah, please.
the time will be very less to complete the chapter.
Hmm.
It will be pending only.
Pending
One or
only.
two we
And
have to skip at the
one or
last.
two. Yes. And how many of you really tell me you people have completed history in a very right manner with a chronological order? What does
In our
chronology
school, the
mean?
social teacher, always the principal will say that always you will have the pending chapters. You will not complete every year.
Hmm. Sorry to say, if principal goes one to the class of social studies, she will be understanding what social is all about, where we cannot
Yes.
interconnect any subject. Now, again, CBSE emphasizing multidisciplinary studies, multidisciplinary subjects. What does multidisciplinary? You have to interconnect all the subjects. Art integration. I would like to say this. Art integration doesn't mean that creating some art. We have to connect from one chapter to the other chapter and one subject to the other subject. How does math connect to English? Does it really connect or not? We should introspect ourselves. It connects. That is called as real life learnings. The real life learning never we would like to give. And teacher keeps it deaf ear, I say. If a child comes forward, want to say something, teacher, today we went to a zoo or we went to mall and my grandfather came to my house today. They brought some pizza to me. Oh, the pizza he has brought for you. So, how many pieces have you had? Never we ask it. But we tell that when we open the textbook, open page number 29, look at that pizza, how it has been divided. It has divided into 4 pieces. One piece is for you. So, the whole piece is 1 and it is been other 3. So, out of 4, 1 by 3 or 1 by 4. Atam, Kalas. Lesson has completed. Concept is given. Child has to complete the fractions for the next day and should get the homework to the teacher. Where is the learning outcome, Madam Jis? Please, I want you people to speak now. How many of you really have a role play for English to explain how do a child understand family members, helpers? What does community helpers mean? We say we show them the picture of textbook, doctor, nurse, also on engineer, astronaut, what all helpers, milkman, postman, all this. But really they don't know who are they. We are not ready to ask a question. Have you have gone any time to post office or have you seen any driver? So how many of we ask all these things in the class? I have a small question for all of us. Do you teach in the class or your methodology is on a question based methodology or lecture based methodology? I would like to know from each and everyone. Please unmute and answer to this question.
Question based methodology, ma'am.
Who follows
Inquiry based methodology, ma'am.
lecture based methodology? Who said lecture based methodology?
Inquiry based methodology.
Inquiry based methodology. Do you really follow?
Yes, ma'am. We follow Exceed. Our
Okay.
Exceed lesson plan has
Yeah, Madam Ji, I would like to
yes,
ask you there are n number of publications and there are n number of methodologies. I am asking you your personal methodology as being a teacher.
Question based methodology, ma'am.
That is correct, right?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
So would you all
Then
accept?
only we will let to know the child what he has understood.
Huh,
If we
how
question
many?
them, then only.
Very great, very great, very right answers. And how many of you really, when you prepare a lesson plan, how many of you prepare the question-based methodology?
Many of them will prepare like that only, ma'am. Not every teacher will Maybe as the lesson is there, we will finish it off. But every time we can't do like that. Many of the time we will prepare the question based methodology only, ma'am. Because like
Yes,
that only the child will understand better.
it's true. But I say that we don't prepare the question based methodology nowadays. We get a ready gold plated material. As madam said that we follow exceed. So we blindly go with what is given in exceed. That's all. We don't open up and we don't allow students to open up. That is also again a syllabus completion. I mean to say, I do not want teachers to complete their syllabus. You kindly request your management in case of 10 lessons in a textbook, if you are unable to complete 2 lessons, it's okay. First 2 or 3 lessons, if you focus on a proper methodology, as you're telling about inquiry based methodology and question based methodology, application based methodology, art integrates methodology, whatever you applicable for your concerned chapter, it is not connect to each and every lessons. The methods are interconnected and related to each and every lessons. Then see the difference. I really like to have a challenge with you all. The 2 more months we are going to complete about our academic year by March 31st. How many of you really have completed your syllabus? We are in the month of Jan. December is the deadline for all the schools to complete the portions. How many of you are really completed? Please, most of you?
No, ma'am.
You did not complete still. Still, we have a pinch in that the syllabus hasn't been completed. Going ahead with the vacations, or it is going to be get an end. When do we plan for the revision? Can I ask you one thing? How many of you really plan for the revision of academic year? How do you plan the revision? Revision is a pen and paper test, or how do you plan? I think it's a pen and paper test. It is planned, Malati. Very good. How did you plan, Malati? Connected to all the lessons? Week
Mute
plan. Very
Malati
good.
and
Very good. Yeah. Malti, it is a week plan. Very good. So when you prepare a plan for it, do you expect that same plan is to be there with the child also? You give daily?
Ma'am, actually, some students only writing the test, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Other students remain same.
Why don't they say?
Other
Why don't
students
they?
not for oral test, all people answers, ma'am.
Huh.
But for pen and paper test, some people only writing the exams, ma'am.
Where is the, problem for that? What did you find? Why they are unable to write?
Because they're not understanding the concepts, ma'am.
No, madam, I'm sorry. Not they are not understanding the concept. They feel that there would be a learning disability. Sorry to underline this. We are talking about learning outcomes, but I add on to this, there is a learning disability to each and every child who are all good at, who are not good at in writing. Doesn't mean that we haven't been focused it. We might have focus, but we haven't been used proper tools for them. Either oral they are able to give, so he is a good listener. Hence, he is able to answer orally. But he's a slow writer. We always use this word. Madam, we go to the principal and say, the child is a very much slow writer. He doesn't complete the classwork. Hence, we are unable to make him complete anything. What shall we do? The day passed. My period is over. After my period, what shall I do? Day one onward, teacher should have the stipulated time for explanation, stipulated time for notes, stipulated time for corrections. You might ask, Madam, you are telling very easily. Out of 40 minutes going into the class, 5 minutes for adjusting them to the class, coming out for 5 minutes, 30 minutes I have. Even in 30 minutes, what shall I do? Divide the 30 minutes. How do we go with summer, morning schools? 30 minutes period only given, no? Even then we are ready to complete the revision, complete our portions and everything. So throughout the year, keep your mindset, you have 30 minutes time to complete your syllabus. Not possible. It is possible, Malati. I'm sorry to say this, it is possible because I started my journey as a LKG teacher with 45 students in the class. At that time, there was much no I must also. We used to feed them, we used to clean their nose, and we have done many things. And it is possible if the teacher feels to do it. None is going to stop you. I tell you one thing, the 30 minutes, what I mean to say, it wouldn't be possible. I accept with you. You tried. Okay, I try. Okay, fine. Please try, madam. Please try. In the next meet also, we'll connect to you, Malti. And I would like to suggest you, try with small chunks. And it is possible. What you have to do, I tell you my own example and experience. When I was as a 7th class English teacher, whole class, maximum class of 35, those days were, and 35, many of them were not writing neatly. The notes was not being completed properly, and I was unable to correct because on day process, because as it is English, we have to go and correct each and every spell checks, grammatical errors, and everything. So I felt, very unhappy. Why I'm unable to correct, and even after correction, there are a number of mistakes. And again, the assistant HM or headmistress come to me and ask me, Madam, what is this, Indira? There are a number of corrections. What are you doing in the class? Then I thought that first make my students understand what important it is, the handwriting. So I requested my principal, give me 1 week time. Do not give me any lesson. I just only go focus on time management and handwriting practice. That's all. I really have won within a week. 50% of the class, they were focusing on their handwriting and time management, copying from the board. The next week, I started the lesson. 50 of my percent burden has been kept aside, have to concentrate on other 50%. Slowly, it has come down to 75%. By the time 1 month, I have completed everything, and all the students of mine, and I have given freedom to the students, stating that it is a learning outcome which I would like to connect here. The pedagogy which I used was, I was taking them for a special PT period daily. All have been checked. And I was the one who worked there as a teacher, who rose up, lifted myself as assistant HM, lifted myself as a HM and principal, and worked 16 years in the same organization. So I feel so happy that as a being teacher, I had seen that change. Later, my lessons were very much completed, and they were listening to me, and they are writing very neatly. And it was a very cakewalk at the time for me to just go tick, sign, such a way the notes was. So I feel, try to please implement your own ideas. I don't say that the idea would, whatever I have taken, would be applicable to your schools and to your students. Maybe, may not be. But what finally we have to see, that is only the learning outcome using a simple technique which is connected to your school environment and your class environment, your subject environment finally. It is all indifferent. We all talk about one word, syllabus. Please take out that syllabus from your mind until your ideology been seen in your students. For that, request your management, request your principal. No principal says no to the development or improvement, my dears. All my dear fellow beings, this is acceptable, but they want a change. See, time is wasted, change is also not seen, then they are also responsible to the management. But within a time frame, if you have changed the attitude and knowledge of the students, when the students apply the things into their education or into their real life, then the principal is the one who feels so happy to be with you always. I feel I
Yes,
have
ma'am, I
taken.
truly accept it.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
As I want to share something,
Please, ma'am.
as you said, we have to think differently to tackle the problem. In
Yes.
every class, slow writers will be there.
Hmm.
Thanks to the technology nowadays, we are sharing the notes and they are completing in their
Hmm.
comfort zone. We have to think differently to solve the problem. We have to come forward, we have to think the root cause. Then only we will solve it.
And even 30 in a class, 30 root causes. It is not same.
Yes,
One when
yes, yes.
cannot
Everyone
apply
will be
different.
having the different problem. Yes,
No. Madam, I would like to connect here. Job of administrative side or admin or a principal, academic coordinator is not a cakewalk. We have our own responsibilities and our own, hurdles. But when we look at teachers' responsibility, is 100% troublesome, 100% tough, but we have chosen for it. It's our choice to be as a teacher. So never ever give your mindset somebody is naming us, somebody is pointing us. Just go do your work. Be cool. Always go with a smile to class, come out with the same smile to home. Even your family is waiting for you. Do not take some burden into the mind. Today I couldn't complete my syllabus. What tomorrow? Principal calls and asks me, what shall I answer? See to it that only three things. Learning made easy, as you said. See yourself in the student. That is only called pedagogy. How you are, your student is. How you feel, your student should feel. What you teach, how you teach, they should reflect on it. That is called learning outcome, and that is called pedagogy. And learning outcomes and pedagogy is not going to be end here. Next week, I'll be coming with the same traits and as well some note kind of thing what really CBSE is speaking on as per national education policy, what we have to emphasize and to move on. I feel today's my session is relatable, might not be boring.
no, ma'am, it's
Actually,
very relatable. It's very
Salim sir,
interesting.
yeah, thank you.
Well,
And
uh,
start a bit. One step you take. See, among many are listening here. I feel one follow this. We have succeeded. That one member can give 1,000 students, just not a class. Please understand this. You are the change makers of the society, and you are the knowledge givers. We always respect you. We always respect you. Bottom of our hearts. Please take this, and it is not just a some session. As Salim ji asked me, I thought that I can interact with you all a slow in pace. I mean, in the next week, I come back to you because the time is really 7:30. It had been given, but I have taken a little extra. I'm really sorry for it. I meet you all in the next session with a clear note of what CBSC learning outcomes and as well pedagogy mean. Thank you, one and all. Subject wise, we go next week. Uh, thank you, all teachers who have shown much patience listening to me. Bye, everyone. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, ma'am. Allah
well,
Hafiz.
thank you very much,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you
Indira
so
Srinivasan, and ma'am. The real teacher in her has come out, and the real teacher in us is also shaken.